right, everybody. Thursday night, we are back here live for Strong Therapy with your hosts, Brian and Carolyn Strong. How you guys doing this evening?
We're doing great. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
It's been a great week for us. We're anticipating a new member of our family. My niece Elizabeth, hopefully soon is going to be popping out a baby. So we're praying for her and excited for that little munchkin. She's having a boy, and they decided, her and Mark, that when she has the baby, then they'll decide the baby's name. So it's been driving me nuts. I'm one of those parents that
I like to hear some of them conversations.
Yeah, I'm one of those parents that I wanted to know the sex. I wanted to know, we had the name figured out before I even seen her.
I hope he goes, let's go with Gulliver.
Gulliver. I like the name Harper. If we would have had a boy.
Gulliver.
We had all girls, so
there's some names that just go out of style. Like I don't know any new like Esther's or Jones or like
Gladys.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like
Gladys or Iris.
I have an ex named Iris. She's young. She's probably 30, younger than me, but
yeah. I went with well, I've said him before, but we have Scarlett from Scarlett O'Hara. My mom and his mom loved Gone with the Wind.
That's a cool name.
Then
my middle name is Ashley.
Ashley, I loved him so. And then our middle daughter is Sicily, and I've said that before, after Sicily, Italy. And then Sophia, because of Sophia Loren, that Italian side of me. But the poor little child, she's blonde hair, doesn't look anything like she looks like her mother, and 10 times worse than I could ever be. So we have a wonderful guest today, Chris. We have AMarie coming out here. She is a host and producer of Viking Brawl and the Players Brawl. So we wanted to welcome her to our podcast and say thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Thank you.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited you asked me to come on, and as soon as you gave me dates, I was like the first one available. So
awesome.
I've been dealing with stuff, as you know, so like I was excited to get back into my normal routine. So thank you so much. It's for the second podcast back off my whatever you want to call it, my grieving bender.
Well, we appreciate it. And I feel like the community, and I don't want to say anything to upset you or anything like that, but I feel like the community around you just really gave you love. And that was wonderful to see. I mean, all the followers and the fans and other comedians, which was, again, to me, showing there is kindness in the world,
camaraderie and whatnot,
that people keep forgetting about, that there is kindness. So,
oh, definitely.
Yeah,
so and thank you to everybody, including you guys, my new friends.
I love friends. I can't wait for you to come to Indianapolis. Hey,
I love Indy. I do. And it's such a underrated town. I gotta tell you,
we have some fun here. And I want our viewers to know that you come out to Helium and some other comedy stops. Of course, you travel all over, but look for her to come to the comedy shows here in Indianapolis and come out and see her. So she's really funny.
I need this pandemic to be over, man. I'm so sick of it. But yeah, and I cover for the Brawl Network, and they're based out of Indiana too. So I'll be at sporting events. As we know, it's a big sports town, whether it be March Madness or we don't know what's going to happen with the pandemic, but I'm there. Indy's a must stop for me now.
Cool. And we were talking before we started the show, you play basketball.
Yeah.
And I really liked that because we were talking about how I used to be heavy. It's funny because when I was heavy, I still was like an athletic person. So picture, when I was heavier, I played in gym. Not that I played a sport.
Indiana's a basketball state, man, too.
Oh, yeah.
So
Hoosiers, baby.
I could shoot from downtown back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
I go downtown.
Yeah.
I went to a Purdue basketball camp when I was in 8th grade. Like I was a very much big time player growing up. And I just remember I went to Indiana and like everyone had like a full court basketball court with stadium lights, and me back in ghetto New Mexico, I was like rolly hoop in my driveway. I called my mom. I'm like, we need to move to Indiana. Like everyone has like a stadium in their backyard.
Yeah. A girlfriend of mine, the house that they bought, when they bought it and they had little kids, it had a half court in the backyard.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was amazing. Now we technically don't have one. We have a hoop for the girls. But our girls don't like to hustle.
It's
so
mobile.
Kids these days.
Just when they were running, they were the last kids. And my oldest, she was going.
The
And just
advent of the
looking at me.
iPad has ruined, I think, sports a little bit.
Yes.
But they can do all these TikTok dances, like these TikTok dance. They do it all day. These TikTok things.
Yeah, but it used to
They
be
only got to
video.
do it for a minute though, and then they don't show it on the camera going. Yeah.
And it's like Brian's right. It used to be the inside stuff was like the video games, so you knew at least if you got your kid outside, they had to play because they're fucking out there. There's nothing else to do out there. But now they can just take the phone, take the Nintendo DS or whatever the hell Switch or whatever it is nowadays, and boom, sitting around outside instead of inside. At least you're getting the vitamin D, I guess. But
Yeah. I do during the spring and summer. I get the girls out as much as possible, but they don't like. Mommy doesn't like to be real hot.
She doesn't like the sweat.
So in the summer, we like walk outside, and if they go,
We took them to Mexico on a cruise ship, and we stayed in Mexico for about an hour
off the ship. That's it.
because it was too hot.
Ugh, I don't like being hot either.
You know what they said, AMarie? Next time we take a cruise, Mom, we don't need to get off the ship. We'll stay in the pool. And I was like, fuck, you need culture. This is, you're a lucky kid. You get to go and see culture and go look at a waterfall or whatever the fuck it is. And they're like, no, we'll just stay on the boat with the food.
Buy a necklace from Pedro.
Food, and if I get hot, we'll go. Anyways, kids today. So we've got news therapy is our next spot here coming up, AMarie, and we have a story I hope that you find quite interesting.
Yeah.
Man builds a skeleton guitar made from remains of his deceased uncle. Now,
What a bone-headed move.
Yeah, and also, is he attached to his uncle? Was his uncle a musician, or is it just?
What I read, AMarie, is that his uncle is who introduced him to rock and roll and playing guitar.
Metal.
Yeah. So basically, his remains were. The cool part is his name, Iago.
Okay.
The uncle's name was Iago. So
Like in
Iago
Shakespeare?
passed away in Greece. And when he passed away, they basically do not believe in cremation.
Okay.
So this nephew was paying rent for his remains to be in Greece. So then he decided for him to have him come back to the States, so he wasn't going to have to pay body rent.
Well, his skeleton.
It's expensive too,
Yeah.
man. Get into the funeral business. People die every day, man. Let's get rich.
But
It's
also
not-
in Greece, it's next level. There's not enough land for the people. So when she's talking about the rent, it's like over here, you pay for a burial, you're buried. It's a forever lease, let's say. Over there, you're leasing a grave for like 3, 5,
Leasing?
7 years.
Yeah.
So the reason he has these remains
It's like
is-
living in New York, man.
the reason he has these remains is because the
No one
lease came up.
owns.
The lease came up, and he had to take the family bones back, I guess. And now he brought them over here. So that brings us to where you were saying it.
So he still AMarie didn't know what he was going to do once he got him back. He was like, am I going to cremate him? And he was like, oh, how I can take care of this is he was a rock and roller. I want him to. So he worked with 2 different guitar guys and made this concoction, and he actually can play it.
Well, he talked to Dean Guitars, but they got cold feet about making.
Well, that
Wow.
is interesting.
Yeah.
Oof.
Look at all the parts. Like,
if he'd have made a saxophone, would it have been a saxophone?
Oh, nice.
Saxophone.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel
and
like you just could have honored him another way, but I mean, to each their own.
I know. Well, and he said that during the process, he actually like this would gross me out. Like I can handle seeing a skeleton, I guess. But when he was working on it, he broke vertebrae. Like that would gross me out. Like I would be like, just icky.
And he would like drill into it, and it had like that burning smell of hair.
Oh no!
Yeah, no,
like
just-
the keratin. Ugh.
Right? Yeah. That's kind of morbid.
And what and I one of the worst smells. I've smelled some terrible things, but
She's married to me.
I know. I was gonna say, but
all I kept thinking was the worst smell that makes me really sick is belly button smell. So when he was talking about, like, I was thinking of the thing that makes me feel fucking just like I'm gonna hurl.
right.
And I was like picturing him doing that, just belly button smell going up in my face, and I was like,
It was weird.
I know,
That's the worst smell than nuts.
just icky.
I hope he's good at guitar.
Oh, wait till you see this video.
I think he's moderate. Let's see. I think it was
Like
more his
I'm
uncle who was
not a
musician.
guitarist or anything.
Let's
I
see
think
what we
he's
got here.
playing in drop D.
Definitely some pedals.
I love the fact that he's like got that wig on. He's got the he's like, dude, let's get the fucking part. Too.
Yeah, he's never worn the leather jacket once. New wig. He's ready to rock for the Instagram though.
Exactly.
He doesn't wear a belt. I can tell that much.
And why is the front like brown, or is that what happens when you like preserve, or I don't know what he did with that?
I think the skeletal remains went to a school for about
right.
20 years or so, and I think they probably marked that as a different
Okay.
You know
aspect
what?
of the ribs. I
He's
believe.
right. I forgot. The guy originally donated his body, I think, to science, and then I think this was then the result of like after they then buried it and did all this. Pretty
It's just-
interesting though.
I don't know. Talk
Hey,
about
people do weird things after people die. Who knows? It's everyone grieves differently. If you want to, I don't know.
yeah. He basically said that this is a way that he can live on with him because he cared for him and brought him to music, and he can
He could forever rock on, man.
exactly.
Like I have one of my mom's sweatshirts. I don't want her like skeleton. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have my dad's shirt. I have pieces of jewelry of my
Right.
mom.
That's all. Like that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Have
The
you?
closest I want to get to any skeleton guitar would be George Lynch's signature model with the skeleton.
Right.
It's about as close as I'd get to anything.
Oh no way!
The only thing I want, when I go like when Brian's dad passed away, I actually, me and the kids, they dug the ground and we all did that, but there was rocks, a memory thing, but
Of course. Of
skeleton,
course.
fuck no,
It's just
I think. Go ahead.
it's weird.
just weird.
This brings something up that's
Skeleton was missing its funny bone.
Oh.
Like even having my mom's ashes in our house for a week, I was just like, it's weird. It's just
Yeah.
weird.
this
Yeah, it's not them.
This brings
You
up
know?
something very
No.
unusual. This alludes to something I remember really, really weird. But before I pull it in real quick for you and show all of you, AMarie, your Latin background, where's it from?
I'm not okay, so fun fact that everyone likes to learn is my Castillo is actually from my stepdad's.
Oh, okay.
I am full white girl.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Nordic. I'm actually a Viking. I'm like literally a Viking.
Nice, okay.
But no, I just always like to tell people this story because my actual government name would not work in entertainment. People can't even say AMarie. Like, so when my mom got married to my stepdad in my adult life, I'm like, I'm gonna start using Castillo on stage.
Makes sense.
Fun
Carries
fact.
over.
Yeah, but I'm German and Finnish.
I see. Okay, so the reason why I was bringing it up was if you happen to be Puerto Rican, for some reason, I'm not sure, maybe I was going to ask you to explain why this is a phenomenon there, but they have a funerary practice that seems to be out of Puerto Rico where I'm going to bring this up for y'all now. They just, like, not mummify, but they preserve you in a way that maybe is beyond the casket display.
Oh, let me see.
And
The
then
only thing is
and then they put
cremate-
you in your favorite. They put you in your favorite stuff. Now these are all dead people. Every image you see right now
No.
is dead. Now all I search is Puerto
Absolutely
Rican
not.
funerals.
Nope.
So here's a guy
Nope.
who liked to hang out. Let's see here. let's see. This guy liked to be on his motorcycle. This guy's standing in the corner.
Absolutely not.
Standing in the corner
Nobody
of his own
keeps
wake.
baby in a corner.
What if somebody started accidentally talking to him, not knowing? Hey, how's it going?
Are
This
they
chick-
keeping him like how people stuff dogs and
The
Yeah,
guy in the
like-
corner's pretty quiet.
No, these are meant to be buried eventually, but like instead of a classic wake where you go and observe the person in a casket in a solemn environment, this is like you have a party and you put the person in their favorite let's say position or activity.
It's
It's a dead
very
guy.
weird, but I've never seen this before, and I am freaked out right now because I went to one of my friends who passed. It was open casket, and I couldn't even handle that. Like seeing her.
well, these people look like
Guy in
they're-
the left's dead.
No, it's
like,
yeah,
oh, man.
all these different positions are weird.
What's that other guy's excuse then?
It's his best friend.
That's his
Oh.
bud. It's his cousin or something. But
And
it's like,
Andy's
Wow.
beating the cards.
See in
Oh.
man, this is getting more and more intricate. I never
Yeah,
knew it
this
was
is
this
getting
elaborate.
morbid.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like
yeah, because like
counter.
words of-
I will tell you
yeah.
what though. They almost look like they're melting. Like
Right.
I wouldn't
like
want
that museum in Times Square. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Ugh.
God, I wonder
What,
what
the
they
Madame
do if it's
Tussauds?
like a tragic accident or something where you, I don't know.
Like what kind? Like
Like if they lose a limb or if it's something tragic or, where it's.
they wrap a blanket around him or something.
Man.
I don't know. I've never seen that before. That's
No.
interesting.
I
No,
love
that
it.
is
Doesn't
not my cup of tea, Chris.
I have seen another culture, I think maybe down in South America, to where every once in a while they'll pull them out of the ground. And
yes, Indonesia. I think that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't want to do that.
we saw that on
I mean-
Dixon's show once.
I mean, funny
Yeah.
story. Funny story. My dad went before he's in a. My parents are in a mausoleum, AMarie, and it was like whatever before he passed away, and he called my sisters, and he was like, "I got us a condo," and all three of my sisters are like, "What? Where? Blah blah blah." He was like, Catholic cemeteries off a bluff and whatever. And they were like, and I got the tallest goddamn one. So after I die, all you motherfuckers have to look up to me. Because he was only 5'6". Little
Right.
short Italian man.
Funny.
So
Yeah. We look up to them.
every time we go, I don't go often because I'm one of those people that believe that they're not there. That's just their body.
I'm like that.
But
too.
when we do go there, I always like say to him, I'm looking up to you still, and I hope all the other fuckers that come to see it were looking up too,
Oh, that's funny.
But we have another story here, AMarie. It's
Segue.
this one cracked me up. This is my favorite one. Viral video: woman tries to kiss husband during Zoom call. His reaction divides viewers.
Oh
Now,
God.
Brian works from home. He actually has his laptop right here. So poor guy. He has, all these women around him, dogs, cats.
I'm not working right now, though.
No, but I mean that.
But I do work from home, and I understand this guy's situation. If you're on like a business meeting call or something, you don't want to have sounds in the background.
Or
Right,
someone
right.
naked, or
I know, and I think people are used to this point if like a kid comes screaming out or something.
well, that happened. That happened last week, and Brian came downstairs and he went because he's Mr. Serious. It is very embarrassing what is going on right now because I'm trying to round up 3 kids to get them on the bus, but
I feel like it's
the
endearing.
kids just went real serious, like holy shit, Dad's mad.
Yeah, I don't get mad often, but I was a little.
Yeah,
I was a little peeved. on
I
that one.
understand.
Oh,
All of this reminds me of might be a little esoteric. AMarie, I bet will remember this for sure. If you guys are sports fans, maybe you saw it too. ESPN used to run the funny like Sports Center commercials with their own people, and they had the one guy, old as hell, John something. Maybe you remember the name, John Clayton, I think his name was. A crypt keeper old, and the dude, they would show him doing a segment. And then, as if he was working from home, the segment ends. He lets his hair down, which is like a mostly bald head. It's like
Yeah.
Slayer length in the back, and then he goes and pops in his bed, which is like a teenager's room, and starts yelling for his mom to get him stuff. And I'm like, that's like, it was like fucking great. Like it's the future now. That's just
The
happening.
future
What's
predicts the
today?
future.
Yeah,
Yep,
right.
totally.
Exactamundo. But anyways, this is pretty entertaining, Chris. He
I think the wife was a little randy. I think she was wanting to get a little frisky.
I think so. So if you could play the video, Chris, so that she could see it.
Oh my God, here we go.
And our viewers.
which also caters to the GDP in a big way. But 50% हमारा export जो है वो कौन है पागल? What nonsense you're doing? Camera is on.
Well, I'm not trying to be like that. Maybe,
Which
but
also
like he's in the middle of a phone call.
And the funny part is do you
Like, what
did
are you
you
doing?
see her eyes?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna fuck you after your like
She had frisky sex eyes.
I
Like-
know.
Afternoon delight. Well, I don't know what time this is at, but
Well, it's India, so tomorrow delight.
tomorrow delight. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, what was she like? Okay, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's funny how he reacted, but then what are you doing? Like
What is this?
And
What
does she know that he's like on camera?
I bet so. I would
I don't
think
It's
so.
weird.
The minute I walk
Don't
in
women
the
know
room-
their place over there? No. Exactly. I'm kidding.
Exactly.
I'm kidding. By the way, she's probably
Well,
getting her
but-
hand chopped off or something.
Well,
I don't
and
know.
besides that, AMarie, I was thinking about the fact that he might have said that because, they're supposed to be like so reserved and everything. He probably is the one that has to
People
initiate.
get horny.
Right. I'm not trying to be ignorant either. Like I'm trying to be funny, but like also like I don't know. I think there's a lot of rules over there, unfortunately, for women.
It's like, shouldn't there be
Yeah.
a street she's shitting in somewhere or something like that? I don't know, but maybe I'm.
I don't know. I was thinking she was trying to get him to go fuck in the dirty sand.
I don't know if that's what's happening, but
I think it's
he
cute.
was not
I think,
having it.
I think both of them were cute. He didn't flip out and she didn't persist, and it was probably just fun.
But of
for
course, the
everyone on this
internet
call.
tries to make it worse than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like giving him shit because he does that. That's just normal life. I mean,
Right.
we all have. I mean, hell, when we're trying to finish this up, we hear 3 kids coming in the door, and they're like trucking in. Shit happens.
Give me something to drink.
Yeah, and you just give me some loving. She just wanted to give him a little peck. Give
Cute.
him some
No,
loving.
she was wanting a little pecker.
Little pecker. Ay.
But a lot of people had opinions because we discussed how everyone has opinions. So everybody on the internet, and this went kind of viral, and viewers were like, "Oh, he's a jerk for like pulling away," and
He's just a grouch.
yeah, like come on, no, that isn't how it is. We all have those fucking moments, but
Yeah, he could have had his boss on there. Who knows?
I was
mean,
getting ready for your show, and I had to be in a hurry, and I shook my girlfriend off like a homeless person. It was not even a thought. So it's like
it's funny, we were just listening to Patrice since this week they had the show
Comedy
for
Central.
him. And not that we don't listen to him, but there was a moment where he was discussing his girlfriend, and when they go to hotels, I don't know if you guys
Vaughn. Yeah.
and he'd get separate rooms. And I was telling Brian, I was like, I couldn't handle that. Like we could do it, put the kids in there, but I would want to be with you. And it was funny because he just had us
Yeah, I don't
listen-
have that kind of game. I couldn't. First off, I'd be like defending myself from her. I'd probably have a black eye or something. 10 rooms, huh?
I'd beat the fuck out of him if he was like, yeah, we're gonna go to Brazil and you and the kids are gonna be in one room and I'm gonna be in the other room. I'm like, what kind of fucking vacation is that, dude? Like, fuck. Do you mean
Yeah,
get a
I
nanny
couldn't
for
pull-
me and there's gonna be a third room where mommy sits in and the nanny entertains the kids?
I don't know. I couldn't pull that off. That's for sure.
I wouldn't want someone else taking care of my kids anyways. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny because his reaction and I don't think I'm a clingy person. AMarie, are you clingy when you're in a relationship or no?
I mean, I'm a pretty single, independent lady. I mean, I'm a touchy person, but I'm not a clingy person. I'm a physical person, but I'm not like I need my space.
Are you like this, or are you like Gino that like, hey,
I don't want to ever be compared to Gino. But Gino's a love bug.
I remember having lunch.
You have to be if you.
I guess one of my love languages is touch, physical touch, but not right place, right time. I'm not constantly like.
Yeah, I'm not I can't do the whole. Usually our snuggle time lasts maybe 10 minutes. Like I'll go like do the whole this and we'll lay together. And then I'm like, I'm hot. I'm going downstairs to smoke outside. Like I have to get away. I'm like a dude a little bit.
It's been a while since I've been in a relationship though. So
are you looking?
I'm never looking. I just, cause I feel like it happens when it,
I think that's healthy.
I'm not against it.
Yeah, my sister's husband actually knocked on her door. She always says that he came straight to her door, knocked on her door, and he never left.
I mean, I date, hook up or whatever, but I haven't been like
clinging.
I haven't been clinging to someone in a long time.
And it'll come. I see.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not one of those girls. Like I think those girls are funny. I'm like, you have a vagina. You go outside.
Yeah.
Like I choose to be single. Being single is a choice. As a woman.
Also, you're not treating it like a role to fill. Like it's not a job you need filled. It's like that's a healthy way to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always because girls are like, I just see girls like crying, like I'm single, whatever. I'm like, you got the.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Yeah. Well, and independent.
He said filled.
What? And you can be very independent when you're single. I mean, before I met Brian, I think that's why me and him mesh really well, is because I dated around, but I wasn't one of those girls like you that had to have a boyfriend nonstop. Don't get me wrong, I wanted one, but I didn't. I
would say you were fairly independent. You didn't have a boyfriend for like 2 years.
2 years, and I had fun. Do you know what I mean? I went out.
I have a lot of fun.
And I like my own personal time, my own personal space. He does too. And that's the thing. I think that, and correct me if you think I'm crazy. I think that girls think that they have to be, or guys or whatever relationship, they have to be together nonstop.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing is like, I live a very different lifestyle. And so I don't think it's fair to my partner so I need to find someone who's like not insecure and like someone who can, if I get booked last second, like my job's like constantly I'm traveling or whatever, like as long as they're comfortable with that, I think I'll find a good person. And I don't want kids. It's hard to find a guy who doesn't want kids, especially with my genes. Yeah, they want to produce athletes.
They find you guys try to like breed you almost like.
I get called a breeder all the time.
Wow.
See, it's funny.
Brian's laughing because he thinks you're fucking hot. He loves the picture here. He like showed me you a long time ago, and when you were on In Hot Water, he was like, AMarie's on In Hot Water. I really wanted to call.
It's stuck.
I was like, okay, and I'm one of those wives that like I'm pretty cool about everything. I don't give a fuck if he watches porn. I know if he finds someone attractive or whatever, because I have my own guys, gals, whoever I find attractive.
I watch porn now just to laugh.
Yeah, but Carolyn, I understand it. I understand that it crossed the line when he handed you the picture and it stuck to your hand. I understand it though.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of made me a little. I was complimenting you because you're just so damn pretty. Your headshot is amazing, and when you're oh my goodness!
Thank you, Carolyn.
And everybody always teases and says that me and Brian are like swingers or whatever. No, I appreciate beauty.
Just in the swing.
Just in the. That's so funny. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. No, but at least you're not trying to use me to produce draft picks. Like guys will come up. Like guys used to just hit on me because they want to get laid or think I'm pretty. Now they're like scouting me like I'm a prospect, and they're like, we could breed like a first rounder. And I'm like, oh my God. Calm down.
That's what happens when you're 30 and you're a guy. You cross 30, like I'm 35. You cross 30 and you stop like just thinking with your gut and you start thinking pragmatic, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like these guys are like they're having like baby fever and they're like, okay, like now, yeah, I'm almost 35 too. So that's really funny.
Did you have baby fever I didn't even think about the fact that I knew I did. I didn't know guys do.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
my guy friends. Some of my guy friends are like ready to be dads. So like, I want to like,
I used to joke about that with Tinder. I'd be like, if you're 25 and on Tinder, you're looking for like cleavage shirts, party backgrounds, like girl looking like she's trying to be sexy. You hit 30, you're like, where's the in-ground pool in the backyard? What kind of restaurant is this picture taken in? It's like,
Chris,
you're looking for the girl you marry.
Chris, I'm still looking for that fucking in-ground pool.
I'm working
That's
on
so
it.
funny. That's so funny.
I'm working on it. Told him we were gonna stay in this house because I want a goddamn in-ground pool.
Right.
Anyways, we've got also
That we can't use for half a year.
What?
Boo.
winter, I
That's
guess.
cool.
for
In this climate.
See,
Do
now
your kids
this
ice
is
skate?
real life. I'm gonna always bring this up. Our real life, like when he makes a little whatever. I will recommend that having a podcast and being a married couple, that if you bring up things that AMarie in a relationship or whatever that's going on. For instance, our last podcast, I brought up that he didn't take out the trash, and there was something like that. This week, I did not have to ask him. And it was later in the night, and I was like, come on, let's go take out the trash. And I already got it done. And I like looked at him.
You're like, oh, now.
I literally almost shit my pants.
I didn't
That's so
realize
funny.
she was keeping score.
Well, you keep score on sex.
Yeah,
Relationships
he-
are always
he-
keeping score.
He keeps score on sex.
No, I don't.
You didn't have a fucking calendar.
Well, I didn't want it to go. I didn't want to have dry spells or anything. I wanted to make sure we were still continuing to
Which is healthy.
be close.
But see what the difference is, AMarie. He keeps score of sex. That shows women and men relationships.
I wouldn't say I was keeping score. I was just kind of keeping track of our activity and make sure we didn't have any lulls.
Well, this settles it scientifically. Now, if you're out there listening and you have a spouse that you would like to do more in the house, in the bedroom, just in life in general, it's a very simple solution. You just hire me to produce a podcast for you, and it happens. No big deal.
Exactly, Chris. When he said it, I almost shit my pants, and I actually needed this.
She almost shits her pants a lot.
Shut up. It also goes into a story that we're gonna talk about. This AMarie in Minnesota, a business is selling self-cleaning underwear.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
A lazy. Can you
I
get?
mean, what? I'm fascinated, actually.
all I could do.
Oh, well, okay, wait.
Can you read this?
They're not selling on, they're saying we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not, okay. That's weird. No, I don't like this. I thought like it keeps you clean, like this is
No.
weird. You should change your underwear every day. I thought when I read the headline or whatever, it's like, like keeps you
No,
fresh all day.
Like it smells
Let-
good or something, but yeah, this is I think this is more like it doesn't get smelly. You guys will have to fill me in though, Strongs.
Okay, let me read this out. Read this for you, and then
A Minnesota company called Hercleon
mhm.
appeared on Shark Tank this past Friday. They pitched their bed sheets that you don't have to wash for months.
Yum.
Ooh.
I'm making fun of it. Like, think about it. I think a lot of Americans don't change their sheets.
It's so important. It's so gross.
It's gross beyond belief.
But I'm a very clean person. Like I'm a very I don't know.
I'm so glad. You're welcome to our house if you'd like to come and spend the night.
I grew up in a I grew up in a military household. It was always clean.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, their entire business model, I guess, is based around things you don't need to wash as often. And they'll still
Eco-friendly.
That'll
Okay.
sell.
self-cleaning underwear, now selling indigo called Cribby.
They say you can wear this
Indiegogo.
underwear for days or weeks without washing them.
It sounds super gross,
Gross.
but do they actually work? We believe the future of clothing is laundry-free, and we are excited to lead the human race towards this cleaner, more
Okay.
eco-friendly, and less time-wasting way of life.
I guess I understand the saving the environment because I do think it's fucked up, but that's gross to me. I don't know why.
It's
Well, I mean,
I agree.
could you?
Hygiene.
Well, I mean, we've all walked around someone that stinks beyond belief, where you have to walk away or put a little bit of Vicks underneath your nose so you're not smelling the stink. But to, what's the word I'm looking for? to encourage this
Yeah.
is wrong to me. I mean, I can tell you, back in the day, there was a worker for my dad. My dad sold produce, and people would deliver. One of the people had BO, and for my and what he would deliver to restaurants. And right before my dad passed away, the company was going to merge into a larger company. My dad, sicker than a dog, had a bar of soap, and he said, "Carolyn, do not look out there. I'm going to talk to so and so." I said, "Okay," but I was a teenager. I was like, "Fuck, what is he?" So I peek over, and both men, my dad and the other man, are sitting on onions.
Oh yeah.
And I think my dad sat on the onions with him to cover up the BO smell.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
And all he did was he went like this with Irish Spring.
Oof.
For real.
And
That's hilarious.
And then when my dad came in, I go, "I can't believe you did that." I said, "Well, I told him if he wants to keep his job, where he's going is more of a professional place. And if he walks in a restaurant's back and he stinks like fucking high heaven, they're going to let him go. And I want him to keep his job." So
Yeah.
You can't be filthy in the food service. I mean,
It's so gross. Just in general,
No,
hygiene.
and-
Oof, take care of yourself.
And Brian, I know you're a tech specialist, and we had a guy when I worked at my first recruitment firm here in New York where we hired, it was our first IT guy, and everyone loved him, and he was fun, like did his job decently, but he had this practice where he would leave we had to wear suits and shit, and he had to dress biz cash, so he would leave his work button down work shirt in his desk, and then come in every day not usually showered in his regular clothes and change out of his t-shirt and into the work shirt. And keep in mind, he's not like us, making phone calls. He's crawling under desk, laying wire, hanging this, mounting that.
wet
And I'm like, bro, it got so bad that people were all talking about it. I felt bad. And somehow it came down to it that I got decided off of a short list that I should be the one to tell him because I'm good with stuff like that. And I did, and it was difficult. But but
Yeah.
you know what, though? Someone's got to do it, because I know if it was me, I'd want someone to step up to the plate and show they cared about me. So it's
Yeah, I'm one of those girls that if you got a booger hanging from your nose and I don't even know you, I'll walk up to you and I'll be like, "I'm sorry, but there's
You got a little bat in the cave.
or I'll hand someone a tissue, or
Of course.
if there's some being a girl, if a girl started her period and she had an accident and didn't notice, everybody's making
God,
fun of it.
no.
I remember telling a couple girls that kind of shit. It's just just be kind and help someone out, especially. But this would never happen.
You know what
to
would be
me.
better is disposable underwear and socks. Made of something that's recyclable or something.
I don't know. That just made me
To where you
sick.
don't have to wash it. You just throw
They
it.
have well, not to be gross, but they have that period underwear now. If you start, it doesn't leak through.
Yeah.
Huh.
But that at least makes sense. That solves a problem that women need solved.
That's
Whereas-
not just a carrying
not
on.
yeah, you don't have to shower for a week, do you? All right, buy our shit. It's kinda gross.
Yeah, that can't. The longest I can go is maybe pushing the third day, but I feel fucking crunchy.
I can tell
mean,
you where that's useful.
I have
though.
to. I have to.
That's good for
Well, I
hikers.
also work out all the time. I'm big into working out, so I just have to shower.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you work
Yeah.
out or hike or stuff like that, if it's antimicrobial, I can see how if you buy it for tech gear like that, yes, okay. If you want to say I got to go on a 3-day backpacking trip and I don't want my whole
Yeah, or
self to smell
camping.
like nuts,
Yeah,
then then it's worth it. But if you're just hanging out for a week wearing that so you don't have to shower or do your laundry, you probably should find more personal time in your life to do those things, because I don't know.
Instantly, when we were looking at this, did anyone think of someone specific? We don't have to name anyone, but did you think of someone stinky that would want something like this?
Anybody that shops in a video game store, yes. Because I went into one the other day and it smelled like a basement with hot dogs. And
I thought of
socks.
anyone that hangs out at a Dungeons and Dragons store.
Yeah, the dice game places.
Yeah, Brian used to do that before we met.
Well, I wouldn't
before
say,
we met.
I wouldn't say I did it, but I knew of it.
Okay, you anyways, I thought you played, but
No.
so
Let your
when we
kids
were-
play
when
nerdy
we-
stuff, and then save the stuff when they're older. It'll be worth $100,000. I'm not kidding you. I'm having my mom dig through the house for old Magic the Gathering cards as we speak. They're worth $100,000.
Oh my god.
Wow. Tell him what you ordered. Talking about things that cost. We support what's her name from Mandalorian.
Oh, Gina Carano.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Cara Dune character. I bought all of her pops.
Oh, that's cool.
I was
Oh,
not.
that's not crazy.
Now Brian
Oh,
during coronavirus became addicted to. His sister started it. She bought him a pop from Star Wars, and it's turned into a mountain in our bedroom.
What's a pop?
And I was very
she doesn't like it.
well, no.
What
I
are they?
didn't like it at all in the beginning. I was like, God damn, it's taken over this room that quarantines. I've decorated our room beautifully and all this shit. But then we watched Mandalorian, and I fell in love with that one. And now I'm okay. I think I'm okay now. Like, I understand now.
For me and the viewers out
good.
there, what's a pop?
It's like a little bobblehead.
I'll grab
figure.
one.
Oh,
I'll-
they're like
I'll
the
grab
cute,
one real
like the
quick.
cute, big, like almost anime looking ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got a caller.
is it speech?
I think it's. Let's answer that and see what's going on.
Here it is.
Let's see if it connects. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up? This is Speech Impediment Man. How you doing?
Great speech. How are you doing? Thanks for calling in. Our guest today is AMarie, and you got me, Carolyn, and Brian.
Me, Carolyn.
Good deal. Good deal. Hey, Marie, a fellow Viking fan.
Yeah, you're my skull brother.
There you go. Now I got a question for AMarie.
Ready?
Okay. Has she ever picked up a random dude in the crowd and just took her home for some therapy?
In a crowd, as in at one of my shows.
Yeah. Tell
No.
the truth.
No, I had to think about it. Not after. I mean, I've been to bars and found someone to give therapy to, but not at my shows.
I'm gonna use that. I didn't even think.
Okay. Can we hear the details of when you picked someone up at a bar?
Yeah, let me think of my favorite one. All right, wait. Keep talking to him because I'm gonna give you.
Gotta think.
Yeah.
Well, I want to know how long it takes you to make the move to go back to his place or your place, or I want to know the details, the ins and outs.
Oh goodness.
I'm a very aggressive woman, so if I want something, I go after it. I'm not scared.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
I could see
Okay.
that as being, since you're a Viking fan and you're like strong woman and
Yeah, but a lot of guys are intimidated by me.
That's unfortunate.
Now, would anal be on the first date? Is that
On the
up
first
for
date.
grabs?
Do you say is anal?
On the first date, on the first night.
No,
Yes.
no, thank you. No.
No.
what is this?
How long would that take?
About 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
He's got a pen and paper on the other end of
10
the phone.
years?
No, I just don't. I'm not really into that, but I'm willing to compromise with. I'm just not going to do it with a random stranger. It's probably someone I'm comfortable with, or I've been hooking up with for a while. If they want to explore.
Good
Okay.
answer.
Now, Marie, I wrote a couple jokes because of this Tiger Woods situation. And you being a seasoned veteran, I want to run them past you and see what you think about it.
Okay, because I'm really sad about Tiger, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
But it's
Well,
okay.
I knew
you can
Tiger.
go ahead.
I knew Tiger was a terrible putter, but I thought his driving was okay. But I guess he has to go back to the driving range.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll
I like that one.
all right.
Now,
Like I
now
said-
you know why Tiger is such a terrible driver? Because he keeps slicing it into the woods.
What a putt.
I like the first one better.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
So, AMarie, who's your favorite Viking
Of all current or past?
of all time?
Chris Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Carter. Okay, I'll
Good
take
choice.
that. I like Alan
Offensively,
Page.
defensively, you like Alan Page? Yeah, you're a little older
Yeah.
than me.
Randall was a monster.
Yeah, John Randall's my favorite
Okay.
defensive.
All I've got
Okay.
to say is I'm not good with names when it comes to football.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just pick Smith.
I'll pick the ones I know. I love Manning. And
Which one?
There
was
actually both
3
of
of
them.
them.
But Mr. Peyton is
Was
my
Warren
favorite.
Moon up there for a little bit?
Mine?
Warren played for the Vikings.
Vikings for a little bit.
Warren
No,
Moon.
Warren was, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
We've had 30 different quarterbacks in 30 years, so it's fine.
Yes, we do. Now, what do you think about Kirk Cousins? Should we keep him or no?
Yeah, keep him, get an offensive line, and maybe not be the 29th ranked defense with a top 4 offense. So I think we'll be fine. He's coming off his best season. I'm not saying he's kind of the guy your parent wants you to marry, but he's kind of like boring, and you're like, I guess I'll settle for him. Like, he's that guy. He's good on
Right.
paper, you know.
He's
Your
got an
parents-
in-ground pool.
Yeah, he's like, all American white dude, and you're like, all right, my parents will be happy if I just at least marry this guy. Like, I'm not-
On a personal note, I want to say I'm very sorry about your mother passing away.
Thank you, speech. Yeah, it was really sad, but she was a great lady.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
I gotta run. It was great talking to you. I'll
Thank you
talk
so
to
much
you
for
later.
calling in. We
Yeah.
love you.
No
love you,
45-second
Sure.
timer here, buddy.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I wasn't expecting those questions up front.
Me neither. I figured that there was gonna be some jokes. But there's something about I was gonna say it when he asked the very personal question.
Oh, which one was that?
The anal. When he asked that, I love him to death, but it seems like it's a running gag right now with
Right.
Some of the entertainers. Gavin Ali
Yeah.
on the wet spot this week asked that same question.
Guys are just always curious to how we feel about it. It's kind of like I would compare it maybe to like, do our girls naked doing pillow fights on slumber parties? Like, I think this guys really want to know how we feel about it.
Can I give
Right.
you guys a
And
theory and
It's
get your
no
opinion on it?
fun. It's no fun. The guys who haven't done it, it's no fun.
It's
Don't
overrated.
even go there.
I want to
It's-
follow up what
it's the
Brian's saying
fantasy.
there. Give me your guys' opinion on this. I have a theory that the more, unless it's a fetish, unless it's a specific fetish, in which case I discount this, the more a regular guy is obsessed with the idea of getting anal from a girl, the less actual sex he's getting or the less power he has in his everyday life, because having done that, it's overrated. And like Brian said, it's often not only not much better, but then you got to deal with a lot of whatever. And
well,
and-
unless you're like someone that's like, I don't want to. The only word that comes to mind is like a sadomasochist. When you're
Right, that's
fucking a
different.
girl and she's like sitting there going, wait. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
or you
some
hear
girls like it,
sexy
though.
sayings like, "Are you almost done?"
yeah. It doesn't seem like it's fun. I mean, I have girlfriends and guy friends that say it's amazing and that's their thing to do.
Right.
That's to them. But if you're in a relationship and you want that and that other person isn't interested, don't push it. Or
push it.
Is this like taking out the garbage? Is this a kind of a hint right now?
yeah, they didn't. We tried. I ain't gonna lie. We tried, but I was like, "Fuck this!" I was like, "Please don't make me do this." And
I have honestly tried it twice in my life, and both times it ended the same way. I was
Okay.
just hurting
In the
them.
shower.
I didn't want to hurt anybody. I'm not into the
Good
pain.
for you, Carolyn.
exactly, I'm I'm gonna see AMarie. I don't like to say how wonderful he is because if some bitch comes after him, I'm gonna fucking kill a bitch.
But see,
So
Brian's
I-
confident,
we know.
so it's
I know
he's-
I'm just fucking. I'll call cousin Tony or something like that to fucking.
Oh boy!
But that's
not
because
cousin.
Brian is confident and competent. I think if you get people that are neither of the two, they're so obsessed with the idea of getting this anal because it's like a girl giving it up. Because again, they're not used to getting what they want in life in one way or the other.
Right.
So I really feel
Right.
like every guy I meet where they can't stop talking about that or whatever is a guy that does not get fucking laid, doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't have a job where he delegates anything. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's not even an insult. It's just a weird pattern I've picked up on.
And I
Right.
think it's just in that fantasy realm. They've been maybe watching too much porn, or that's what they're into watching visually. Even in a relationship, and we talk, here Strong Therapy about things, so it's kind of interesting that this came up.
Are you
because-
segueing?
Oh, yes, I am. Shut the fuck up. That I don't know where I'm at now.
You don't have to announce your segue. You just segue.
I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
That's
We turned it into a fun
lie.
gag though.
He's like,
I like to mess with her a little bit. It's kind of like me calling out my callbacks.
yeah.
Here comes
Right.
the callback.
And it's fun for me
Right.
to try to line it up at the same time. It's just a good little
So
gag
I'm
we
gonna
got
be a
going
real
there.
dork and go. So now let's look at mutant baby sharks discovered by fishermen with human face due to rare condition.
Your accent got thick there.
I know. I like when I could you even understand?
No.
This was this on the Alabama shore?
Mutant baby shark discovered by fishermen with human face due to rare condition.
Of
What-
being fucked by a mountain man.
All I've got to say is when you see this, I think it's kind of cute, but then it makes me think it's the fucking end of the world.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Why? Fucking shark face? Like,
That's funny.
I don't. Oh,
Let's see
Shark
here.
freak.
I don't know. As far as this,
It's definitely something out of a B horror flick for sure.
And on this one, Chris, just so you know, the video comes in at like I think 30
I got it.
seconds.
We're on it.
It looks like
the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
or say like a Michelin man had a special needs child.
Here, I'll turn the
Yeah.
sound.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
I'll turn the
Or,
sound back on there.
Something off like Guardians of the Galaxy or something.
Stomach.
Yeah.
Or
Three
they
pups
just
were
got
inside.
a shark and like
One of them had a
sat-
distinctly human
Here, I'm gonna
appearance.
turn the sound off so you guys can talk over
Yeah,
it.
that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, and when it flips over and you like see it, I don't know. This might be just my crazy artistic mind. It looks like when you see the stomach and the low. Sorry.
Looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Sorry.
Looks like it's Michelangelo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It
Definitely,
looks like,
definitely looks like a Ninja Turtle.
yeah, and those googly eyes. I mean, my kids
Yeah.
haven't seen this yet, and I hope to show them, but
You
they
might not
always
wanna.
want to make a craft with googly eyes.
I
Googly
think
eyes.
I've
Cute.
seen that on Sesame Street.
Do you like your
Right.
kids going to sleep at night? Because you might want to keep that one from them, I guess.
So cute.
Mm.
Just the oddest little thing. Anyways, they found that the fishermen were of course baffled after they caught
I'm
a
baffled.
bizarre creature. They found it
In the belly of a shark.
in the belly.
It was in utero. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Mutant
Yeah,
baby.
he had caught a shark and then cut the belly open
And they found that.
Yes.
Okay, so it's having a baby.
Yeah.
Damn, that thing could have grown
Or
to
ate
full
it.
size. That would have been awesome.
Right.
So
What would eventually have happened since it had that birth defect? The other two would have probably ended up eating it.
Right.
oh,
yeah.
Weird.
maybe you should be a zoologist.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just full of useless facts.
Oh, that's kind of sad that happened. I wish it would have lived.
No, you don't. You don't want no.
Yeah, but you know what? It wouldn't have lived long in the. Now that I think about it, its eyes weren't where they could function like a shark needs them to function. So it would have lived like
Right.
6 days till something bigger
Oh.
ate it. You know, some orca or
Yeah.
a sea lion or.
You guys
bigger
know a lot
shark.
about sharks.
Discovery
I'm
Channel,
not a
baby.
big person on sharks either.
Need to watch Shark Week, man.
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of shit. I don't like anything with death. I don't. AMarie, do you like scary movies?
No.
Me neither. I don't like anything like that.
I don't like the jump scares.
I don't like anything. You know,
Nope.
when I was a
Nope.
kid, girlfriends and stuff, let's watch Friday the 13th, and I'm like,
No.
I ain't watching anything fucking like that can come
No.
happen.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
I want to go to sleep
Nope.
tonight.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
What's the worst scary movie you ever watched?
I just don't like any of those like Conjuring, any of those kind of movies or whatever, because I just don't like any of those kind of movies.
Me neither. I don't like those. I've never had a Ouija board in my house.
She won't allow it.
No.
The
Yeah, I think
scariest-
I'm too open of a person. So like I don't care if people make fun. I believe in ghosts and stuff. So I don't like any of that crap.
I'm there with you, honey.
What's the scariest one you guys have seen,
I'm a
Carol?
little touched, if they would
Yeah.
say. She's a little touched. You know, and I like to be touched.
I know you do.
Just not by the paranormal.
I'll touch her.
I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. Nope.
No.
The scariest
So,
movie I've ever seen wasn't even a horror movie. It was Event Horizon.
I don't know. I don't really watch
Oh.
movies either. I really just watch sports. I know that sounds wild.
That's more
No,
fun.
I love murder porn. So, I mean, that's my addiction. Anything about
No, not murder porn.
That's what they call people
The correct term is
that
snuff
are
film.
addicted.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That sounds like you like snuff films or something.
No, someone that's addicted to like
She likes
48 hours or anything like that.
Snapped.
They say that you're like addicted to murder porn because you like
Right.
Brian.
Whenever she's mad at me, she watches Snapped.
Okay,
I
that's
have to,
funny.
I have to like sweat a little bit.
Sweat a little
nervous.
bit.
Should we do the relationship segment?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, segue into
You guys are cute.
the relationship. We call it the relationship smash up.
Yes. Does that mean I'm leading?
Well, do you have? I'm assuming you have the questions there because I don't.
Well, my questions are, speech impediment man fucked me up because of course I was going to ask you if you liked anal and if you did.
I don't.
No, right. Exactly. No.
I'm always willing to be open and compromise in a relationship though, or like if I'm seeing someone, like I'm willing to explore options and whatever, but I don't like it.
As far as relationships, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna ask you a few questions in this
No, you're good.
relationship. As far as relationships are concerned, what do you think most people have difficulty in by staying together? Like you know what I mean? Like, what do you think? I know we have articles and stuff like that, like what says it, but to you, what do you think is difficult to keep any couple together?
I think finances.
Mhm.
And I'd say communication. Those are my number two big things. I think people don't communicate. I don't think people really understand each other. They just go based off feelings almost. Like you're just, just because you like someone and have feelings for them doesn't mean you should be with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think
right.
lack of communication, I think finances are a killer.
Yeah, I think that, and honestly, talking about communication, there's the communication about finances. I mean, I'm not going to lie about us. I try to stay out of the finances, and I have 3 sisters that are very strong, and they're like, why don't you know everything? Blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? I'm the kind of woman, and I'm not going to lie, that I like to feel like there's puppy dog tails and butterflies and all that good shit. I'll take care of I'm not going to lie. And look,
You don't have to lie.
He's smiling because I only get shitty when I go, I need to go get this. And he goes, we don't have it right now. I'm like, what the fuck? But but for the most part, I get what I want. But I am the
Except for
creative.
that in-ground pool.
You can live in fantasy land. Just make sure you have stuff written down at least if one of you dies.
Yes.
That's true.
No,
No, it breaks up families. So just
No.
you live in your rainbows and kittens world, but like have something written down for if he goes first.
Yeah, I got.
In like a filing cabinet. Like she doesn't have to look at it till you die. Just like have it just like in a cabinet somewhere.
Yeah, because I am. My sisters are like, you don't know this. You don't know. I'm like, no.
Well, no.
We'll find out.
Yeah. You don't want to just find out.
No, I just want to stay in my little puppy dog. I want to paint and I want to talk to people and take care of my
I
kids.
admire that. Keep doing that. Keep doing
Bluebird
that.
by the well.
Everybody else has been upset about coronavirus. I'm calling in hot water going, hi.
That's funny.
All right. Do you have any questions for her? I know that you're a big fan.
Well, I thought I had questions.
No, I never got any questions.
Interesting. Well, I remember one of the questions that we received was from a Steve, and apparently he has been cheated on by his girlfriend, and wanted to know if he should stay with her or break it off.
What the fuck? All these people call on the same thing.
I think I've been cheated on in every relationship, and I gave them a second chance, and then that was the worst thing I could have done. I think if they cheat, then they don't want to be with you, and you should leave them.
Did you say every relationship?
Every relationship I've been in, I've been cheated on.
Wow. How do you how do you keep your trustability? Like how do you keep it so you don't go off the deep
I'm just
end,
like a positive person. Like, I don't know. I just like I'm a strong. Like that's their problem, not mine.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, move on. You know, I believe in giving a second chance, except for cheating.
But also, I guess every relationship's different, but cheating, then don't be in a relationship.
Right.
Right. Now, AMarie, where can any of our subscribers find you at?
You can. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm on social media. It's part-time bro on everywhere. Like literally like part_time_bro. And I'm on every platform except TikTok. I just can't. My nephew's trying to get me into it. I'm trying to get the moves down and everything, but you know, and you can hear all my sports content on the Brawl Network. I'm on a lot of podcasts too. Just if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, that's where most of my content is.
Yeah, I you know, the TikTok thing, my kids love it too. Just do something stupid and maybe you'll go viral. Like shit your pants and wear or for a week promote that underwear that you can wear for a week. I mean,
I like the leather pants myself.
Yeah.
Pleather, not leather, pleather.
Maybe that would be a funny TikTok. You could like start a group
working out in pleather pants.
I think he's trying to produce something else, not TikTok wise, but no.
He's like hot yoga in pleather, no big deal.
I know so many girls that are on. I'll tell you this, OnlyFans now, and I did not know what OnlyFans was for a long time. Guys, I'm literally, my life is sports. During the pandemic, I think everyone learned what OnlyFans was during the pandemic, but I still didn't know what it was in the middle of summertime. And like, there's a lot of creeps on Twitter, as you know.
You probably thought it was a sports thing.
This guy DM'd me and he was like, "Hey, Marie, do you have an OnlyFans account?" And I was like, and I thought it was like a DraftKings or like a FanDuel. Because OnlyFans, it sounds like sports oriented. And I was like, no, should I get one? He's like, oh my God. He's like, you would crush it. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll sign up when I get home. Cause usually it's like with DraftKings or FanDuel, you put down like $5 and like you can bet on anything. So I get home, I get on OnlyFans. I'm like, oh shit. I told this guy I'm gonna set up a whole profile. Like I got this guy's hopes up all day.
Yeah, he was like, holy shit, I did it.
Yeah. I know that I was like that too. I didn't know what the fuck it was until
I didn't either.
But I kind of want to start a parody one where I kind of do it and like no, but I respect these girls. My friends are making a lot of money on it. But just like with my personality and my platform, I kind of it
would be really funny to me because I thought about doing it too. I even talked to Chrissy about it.
Thinking about doing her feet.
That's people are into that though. My friend made $60,000 this year, and I subscribed to it just to see. It's not that crazy. She shows her boobs, but it's like I wouldn't do anything like that.
I think would be funny is on your platform if you did it. Is you just like. It would be funny to like show side boob, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it would be funny, like to give that, or like only the part of your hip that doesn't show anything. It was like, look at this. Like
I didn't want to mock the girls, and like I love everybody. Like I don't want to mock them, but I could think of some really funny stuff to do where, yeah, anyways.
Like it incorporates the humor or something, but like that's
like part-time bro. Yeah.
I have
it would be hilarious.
I have an idea for one, but I have no idea if it's viable. It's basically because I keep getting told voice stuff, right? And I'm not going to go on there and do porn. So I'm thinking I go on there, I charge women some nominal amount. You send me a text, I read it to you in this voice.
That's funny.
And I'm like,
that's great.
I laugh at it, but I'm like, I bet it would work. I mean, I just don't know how to advertise it, but
yeah, that's awesome.
Is it viable? Is that technically like, would women pay to hear something read in like the right voice?
You got to add 70s porno music.
Some people are lonely, maybe.
I don't know. Like
with a waka guitar in the background.
I'm trying to picture it like listening to like Chris saying, "Hi, this is Chris. How are you this evening?"
Oh, not me. I mean, like, I'll read them 50 Shades of Grey or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, they send me some text that they want read.
That you would make bank,
or,
dude.
How about this? I could make maybe women laugh. I go,
no, that's not going to make any fucking girl wet at all.
I'm going to touch you now.
No. See, even AMarie says...
No.
That's good for a bit.
Not going to all be a home run.
Well,
that's a great idea for a bit, though.
Do you have anything special coming up this year?
Well, like I said, this Brawl Network's a lot of stuff on the horizon, but I did, just because of the pandemic, everything's kind of delayed, but I did record the first half of my comedy album coming out this fall. It's called Name 3 Players, and that's funny that you said that earlier, because for some reason, it's an all football material related comedy album, and for some reason, when I'm at a bar, a guy comes up to me and they like find out like football, and it's always name 3 players. Like it's always the first question guys ask me. They're like, "Can you name 3 players?" I'm like, "Okay, I can name 53 of them."
You're like, I can give you 3 players' phone numbers, dickhead. Fuck off.
So it inspired me to write an album making fun of women and men in sports. So it's going to come out this fall. So be on the look for that. It's going to be really
I'm
good.
looking forward to it. Anything that has to do with football and comedy, I'm your girl. I mean,
I'm trying to make that just my thing now, even with my act is just sports. So,
well, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to that. And we have our old man that's going to be coming up in just a moment. So we wanted to thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Much appreciated.
Stay healthy. No, you guys are awesome. Thanks you for having me on.
Thank you. Take care, hon.
Thank you.
So old man, we were talking about some things today that I sometimes feel uncomfortable about, but I thought you would give some information about it that would help us all out.
Women in douches and stuff and being, not feeling all that fresh.
No.
Oh.
Anal.
Oh. No, mine's exit only.
It is?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever performed anal?
No, it's not. No, it's always been just for pooping.
So what is been going on with you this week?
Well, my crutch broke, so I'm waiting on one of those, and my shoes, what do you call them things that go inside?
Socks?
Sure. I'm waiting on new socks to go in there because I'm getting a vicious corn.
Oh, soles. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah, soles.
Yeah.
I need a
Okay.
new soul, man.
Oh, cool.
Soul, man.
Did you hear about Tiger Woods?
Yeah, that sounds like he flipped his car or something.
Yeah, let's hope that he does okay.
What a putz.
Yeah, must be nice to be able to drive a car like that speeding down the road.
I don't know.
Well, thank you for joining us, old man, and thank you, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, go to YouTube. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.